guys, we are officially in part one of my Christmas 2025 decorating series. Today I'm going to show you how I decorated my living room. I will say that it is not quite done yet. I'm still waiting on some ribbon for the tree. My tree topper's not on. The back side of my tree is not decorated. Also, I ordered a few little fun things, some last minute things that I wanted to add after I pulled everything together that I thought would just add a nice touch. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you'd like to come back and see the final home tour so I can show you the stuff that I ended up adding after I post this video. I hope you will enjoy seeing how I took my light and airy open concept home and transformed it into my own personal Ralph Lauren inspired Christmas dreams. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you'll come back for part two. A little cobweb here and there goes over better for Halloween than Christmas. The last time I looked online, it said this stuff wasn't supposed to be delivered until Wednesday, and all of a sudden it just showed up on my doorstep today. So sometimes I feel like God just spoils me rotten, which is always such a fun little treat. So here's some ribbon. Now this is the ribbon that I already have, but I think I have it in the darker shade of red. And this is a little bit brighter, but it's just like this beautiful velvet ribbon. And then another one that I'm gonna try, I got in two different sizes because I gotta play around with it, but look at that beautiful tartan. And the great thing about this is it's two-sided, which is so nice. Look at that green, gorgeous. That is great when you're trying to tie bows because typically you're always trying to hide the ugly side, the underneath side of the ribbon, which will be the case here. So you can see beautiful velvet. Well, I don't know. That's like a silk. That's kind of pretty too. People are stepping up their ribbon game, are they not? Like whatever company this is. I don't even know how you say that, but way to go, guys. Great job on the ribbon. And then another thing that was not supposed to be here until Wednesday, I got my big lampshades. I hope they're the right color. I hope they're big enough. I hope I can find other shades to match, but let me show you. Nowadays, you almost always have to put your lampshades together, which is kind of one of those like just annoying things, but Joe doesn't mind doing it, which is great. So here's the shade, and then here's like the little parts. I mean, it's great for shipping. It gets to come in a nice little small box, but oh yeah, I'm kind of liking this color. What do you all think? And the most important part, gold on the inside. That's what gives it that warm glow. Let's see how it goes with the ribbon. I mean, not exact, but maybe close enough, maybe not. We'll have to try it and see. So excited. We are putting up the tree right now. I found this all-purpose cleaning concentrate on Amazon last year, and I bought it because they also had laundry detergent, and it smells like pine, which is my favorite. That was sort of like the scent that I grew up on, so it just reminds me of my childhood Christmases. So I like that. I love when scents match, for starters. I just like that consistency, that smell. But I pour with my heart here, like I do everything. Just eyeball it. And I like that my laundry detergent smells like my kitchen counters, my floors. I even use this multi-purpose cleaner. Not really on my floors when I'm mopping my floors, but if I just have like a spot that I'm cleaning, I use it on my baseboards. I think I saved my countertops. Just smells so good. I always feel like Cinderella when I clean floors like this. I never do the whole floor, but obviously like my tree's gonna go here, so I want it to be clean. Not really for the tree, but for my beautiful tree skirt. Wait till you see that. I just found another box and my red ribbon came too. So I had a green tartan and this is a red tartan. I think that's how you say it, tartan, tartan. I think it's tartan, let me know. But it's got the red back instead of the green. So I'll get to play around with it and try some different things. Yay, a great mail day. So we have 9-foot ceilings and we put up a 9-foot tree because I guess I'm ambitious and like to completely fill up the space. I feel like bigger is better and more is more. And I also wanted to show you, we have these everywhere. All of our lamps are plugged up to them. I don't really know what you call them. It's just sort of one of those like click on remotes. So it's linked to home. We get them on Amazon. I'll see if I can find a link and put it in the description. But it's just a little box and you plug your stuff into it and then you have a remote and you can set things on different, like 1 through 5. So like our bedroom, all the lamps in our bedroom are on 2, but the lamps in the living room and kitchen and dining room are on 1. So when I wake up early in the mornings before everybody else, which I'll probably be doing in the morning to finish decorating this tree, I can click 1 and all of the lamps in the living room come on, but it doesn't wake Joe and Eloise up in the bedroom. So these are really good, especially for the holidays. You can plug anything into them, press your button, the lights come on. So you want to try if you're looking for something like this. my Pottery Barn tartan runners to kind of see if they will go with any of the tartan. So I pulled out my Pottery Barn runners and pillow covers just to kind of see if they would coordinate with the tartan ribbon I ordered. It is tartan. I Googled it. Or to see if it was too different, if it was going to clash. So I'm still on the fence about it. I think I love the lampshades. It's the kind of green, I wouldn't even call it like, it's like a throwback to the 90s Home Alone house green, but I'm kind of loving it. I don't know. I don't think it's trendy, but I think it could be trendy. I like to go with a real timeless look, so I hope that it withstands the test of time. Hopefully it's not too trendy, so we'll see. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But I thought I would just tell you that what I'm calling a Pottery Barn runner, and you'll see what I call a Pottery Barn tablecloth, they're not. The runners are scarves, and the tablecloths, the overlays, are just throws. But as you know, I like things to be very matchy-matchy, and they didn't sell tablecloths or runners. So that was my way of improvising. I am also not above cutting up an actual tablecloth to make pillow covers. If you've ever watched any of my Easter decorating videos, I cut up a tablecloth and my mom made pillow covers and bunting. And it was just the cutest thing, and everything went together. So if they don't sell exactly what you like, maybe just try to get creative. Oh, afterthought. You will also see that I do lots of different trees in my house. I do like a tree in my bedroom, one in Eloise's room. We do a theater room tree. We even do like a little dog room tree. But in my main part of the house, we have an open concept house. So living room, dining room, kitchen. I try to just stick to garland, wreaths, and the one tree because I really like for it to be kind of like the star of the show. And I think it's really great when you can place a tree, if you have an open concept, in a place that you can see it from all three rooms. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see it from the kitchen, but it's definitely between the dining room and kitchen. So I think, or dining room and living room. So I think I'm really going to enjoy it this year. It's a little different than last year. You know, this is the old dining room, so it's a little bit smaller, kind of cozy. I love that the TV is lower. It's not above the mantle anymore, so I don't have to look up to watch it. And also the dining room is more centrally located, so we just eat there more often. So it works for us in this season in our life, but it is a little bit smaller. We do have to get a little bit creative. You'll see that we moved one of the chairs out, which eliminates some seating. That's tough when your family of 16 comes over for Christmas, but we always make do and we always have the best time. So we woke up this morning to our first little dusting of snow, which is so perfect next to the light of the Christmas tree. So I'm looking forward to such a cozy holiday season. I'm afraid it's going to probably be a snowy one for us, which is fine. we got the tree up, we got the lights on. This is the Polio International Balsam Fir from Amazon if you're wanting to check out this tree. I have always watched Rebecca Robeson, and she always says that there is never a Christmas tree that comes with enough lights. You always have to add lights to it. And I've always sort of thought, Rebecca, I don't know if that's true. Because, I fluff my tree and I think, that's good enough. But for whatever reason this year, that kind of stuck in the back of my head. And as I was fluffing, I just kept thinking, it's so dark in the back of the tree, like in the further part of the branches. So I listened and I added an additional 1,300 lights to this tree. And I hope you can see it because it's during the day, but I just have to show you the difference that has made. So hang tight. Isn't that wild? It is amazing what it does when you add additional lights to the inside of your tree. So Rebecca, you're right, I'm sold. So I'm ready to start decorating my tree. I'm just gonna kind of work on it, play with it a little bit, see what works for me, what looks right to me. I may have to step back and take some time and come back to it. That's typically my process and what I do. I will say though that the 2 tartan ribbons that I got, I didn't like either of them. I'm gonna end up sending both of them back. They just didn't work for me. I just can't mix tartans. I don't know. Like, kudos to you all that can do that have figured it out. Maybe I haven't mastered the art of like layering patterns and textures and cultivating and curating a space. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't mastered that. But for whatever reason, it didn't work for me. I think I'm going to stick to the red velvet ribbon. I used this last year, but it was a smaller, like not as wide. And I think I am going to upgrade to the wider ribbon. I went down the Ralph Lauren social media rabbit hole, and I do have to say I'm so drawn to it, just like everybody else. But I think because it's that traditional Christmas, the red, the green, the tartan, a lot of the stuff that I already had. So I've been decorating with the Pottery Barn Lynbrook plaid runners, pillowcases, bedding for years. In fact, they've retired it now. You can't even get any more of the pieces. And it's that deep, like rich navy and red and green. Although I will say that in years past, the thing that I didn't like about it was that it had a little bit of navy in it. And this year, that's kind of the thing I'm loving about it. I think because of all the Ralph Lauren stuff that I'm seeing. And I also swapped out my couches. So the couch that you see in our living room now, this leather Chesterfield, it's one that we have for our party rental business. And we typically use it to decorate like a cigar bar. But I thought it gave more of that like really rich Ralph Lauren feel that of course we're all drawn to right now. So we just swapped those out. We just took our regular slip-covered sofa down to our storage unit. We brought in the Chesterfield. I'm going to send back the red slip cover. Felt like it was just a little too much. I don't know, especially where I changed out the lampshades to green lampshades. Thought it was a little too much. But after I went down the Ralph Lauren rabbit hole, then I went down like this consumer culture and I felt so guilty. So I think I am going to upgrade my ribbon, but I'm going to try my best to reuse all of the ornaments that I've had for years. My goal is to have all of my totes completely empty to reuse everything that I have. Even though I'm buying new, I hope that I'm adding to my collection and adding some timeless pieces, but I want to use everything that I have as well. So I can already think of a few pieces that like it's not going to work this year. I'll try my best. first thought is it's giving Kris Jenner's 60th birthday. My second thought is I should probably read some of those coffee table books I ordered. Okay, so this is probably a little crazy, maybe obsessive and over the top, but you know how I am. If you watch any of my videos, I love things that are matchy-matchy. So when we brought the Chesterfield sofa in, the only thing I could think is it really doesn't match the chairs that we have. It doesn't match the color, but also the fabric. So the chairs are more of a true leather, and the sofa is more of like a leather suede texture, and it's a lot darker. So I got on Amazon. I ordered a new chair. I think I'll be able to sell the set that we have on Facebook Marketplace, and I know I'll be able to pay the Amazon chair off, but I'm hoping that I will make a little extra in case I want to order a matching one for after the holidays once the tree's down. So I'm going to show you a little time-lapse footage of Joe putting it together, and then I'll show you both chairs next to the sofa, and you can let me know in the comments what you think, if it was a little much, over the top, or if it's a good swap. So let me know your thoughts. Is that your new chair?
It works.
Oh, look how good these curtains look with the new lampshades. Okay, but anyway, here's what I wanted to show you. Here is a great comparison. You see the Chesterfield, and it has sort of these brass nail heads, and you can get an idea of the fabric. It looks like sort of a worn leather, but it feels more like suede. So here's the Chesterfield. Here's the new chair. And here's the old chair. Okay, when you see them all side by side, I hope that it kind of makes sense. And I think it will be a good choice. I have another one of these chairs. So if I can end up selling this set for the price of 2 of these, then I think it will be worth it, because this one is obviously like a nicer leather and it is more expensive, and the style is a little bit more sophisticated, like more high-end, because this one, anytime you see, in my opinion, more rounded, unless it's like a Chesterfield, like it's obviously meant to have a rounded back and rounded arms. Anytime you see more rounded, like the rounded arms, the rounded cushions, not to mention it's a recliner, then, you know, those are qualities that you can look for, I think, that makes a piece of furniture look a little bit cheaper. But I think in this situation, it's actually an upgrade, just because it does match the sofa. And for our purposes, I mean, we would like to recline. So not as beautiful, but I think a good choice for us. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this crazy? Was it crazy to buy a new chair when I already have a leather chair? Or was it a necessity? I don't know. bye.